But here's my thing. Why can't you be a baddie, right?
It might.
Have a thong, but sing about God.
Well, this is me, for
I mean,
example.
this is your temple. Do you know?
Yes. It is like my body. Okay, how can I put it? Let me put it like this. For me personally, I did like the Baddie Factory. It's a project.
Yeah.
I'm talking about sexiness. I'm talking about women being strong. I'm talking about how they can look good for their partners, because it's important for women to just, look and feel good. So when I am doing something that has to do with God, like the current project that I'm working on now, by the way, it's an infusion of normal hip hop, and then I have my godly side into it. So what I've chosen to do is that, like, in terms of my dress code, for my own, also just to sell the message properly. I just feel like, there's, when you're an artist, man, there's a difference between an artist and people who just do music because I don't know why they do music. I'm just going to be honest. I'm not going to specifically mention any names, but I'll say it like this. I feel like when music is in you and it's your passion, you will establish most people in the world can only either rap or they can either sing. So that comes with you when you're starting off as an artist. You start off as a hip-hop artist and you rap. You need to give people that, but be versatile enough to try different sounds. Like put it in amapiano, rap on an amapiano beat, but don't transition. I feel like people who do that are not solid artists.
Yeah, like be Mickey Monarch on an amapiano beat.
Exactly, because if it's like Chris Brown's on an amapiano beat, you can hear that this is Chris Brown. Chris Brown just jumped on Davido's song. You can hear that this is Chris Brown.
So if you were given the chance to end someone's career right now, whose career would you end?
The wackest artists, I don't know, man.
Yeah, but I mean, we need a name. Who's the wackest artist?
Oh my god.
I mean, I know a few, but
there's so many, bruh. I don't mention any
just
of these
one,
artists.
Just one artist that you're like, you know what? I'd end this guy's career or this girl's career because you don't belong where you at now.
Guys, can I pass on that one?
Last but not least, top 5 female rappers in South Africa and top 5 female rappers in America.
5
in no
South
particular
Africa.
order, though.
Myself.
That's South Africa.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on.
International.
Obviously, Nicki Minaj.
Oh, come on.
What do you people want?
All right. Alright, what's good everyone? We're back at it again. It's another exciting episode of the Chillout with Lectrow. This one has been long coming. I've been communicating with this lady for so many months after month. Blue tick, I understand the grey tick, it's been happening, but she's finally here. I'm hanging out with the beautiful and ridiculously talented Mickey Monarch. What's good, sweetie?
Thank you so much for having me, man.
Yeah.
Pero song expose.
It's been long coming.
It's been, and finally, like, I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much for having me. I'm sorry that I did not come through at the times. I was just dealing with a lot.
But I was telling the team that it's worth the wait, man. I've been checking out your social media and all the things that you've been doing. I've always wanted to have an artist, a female artist rather, come over, particularly in the hip hop genre, because I'm like a hip hop head. I love hip hop music. So let's get into it, man. For someone that's watching this for the first time, or someone that's been following this but doesn't have an idea who Mickey Monarch is, I don't like that question. I don't like having my guests to introduce themselves, but hey, it is what it is.
Okay, what's up, guys? I go by the name of Mickey Monarch. I am a versatile musician. I venture into literally every genre of music: hip hop, Afrobeats, R&B, you name it, I can do it. I preferably just don't like jazz because I feel like it's a bit too slow, and I'm like a fast rapper. And I prefer fast raps over slow raps. I'm just someone who's bubbly, colorful, and I'm just always in my own space. And I'm just an alpha female, man.
You're a good baddie.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a good baddie.
You baddie in a good
way.
Literally. Yeah. So, dog, I think when you agreed to the interview, now what got me excited is that I finally get to ask this question, and people get to see me when I ask this question.
Oh.
I mean, the music industry for female personalities is not easy.
True.
We were talking about this like off air, the challenges that you go through, But do you think female rap artists would be getting the numbers in the streams if they weren't showing their booty? Let's say maybe we got honestly, do you think like Nicki Minaj without the curves, without the G-string and all of that, Cardi B without the twerking, do you think they'd be as established as they are?
Honestly speaking, to be honest, yes. I feel like because as an artist, there's a thing of we control what the people like, because people firstly have to fall in love. Like if you're a major artist, if you're a dope artist, I'll speak on that behalf. Like a Nicki Minaj, for example. Nicki Minaj's music is amazing.
She's
so
lyrically
people,
strong.
you know what I mean? So people love her for her music. They love her for who she is as a person. The way that, because for me personally, even when I listen to her music, I can relate to who she is, how she expresses things. I go through similar things. So for that, with that being said, it's like when she posts the ass and stuff like that, it's just a bonus, honestly.
Because sex sells.
You know what I mean? Sex does sell, because she does have some songs. Like for example, I'll make an Adele example. No one has ever seen Adele's ass, thighs, boobies, anything, but she's a successful
but
brand.
That's the thing. She's not a rapper though.
Okay, but if you
that's
are a
different
rapper,
story. Because now I'm talking about hip hop particularly.
Specifically.
From Little Kim, dog. Little Kim, Nicki Minaj, Iggy Azalea, Cardi B now, Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat. We come to South Africa, Nadia Nakai, Muesli. She started revealing bits and pieces, right? And then we had Rouge. Okay, she's not really
Rouge
revealing.
She's one person that
she's
doesn't
one of those.
do that.
And then you, the good baddie.
Well, honestly speaking, I feel like with each and every artist, it depends what you're trying to do with you posting as. Because even if you're a female rapper, it doesn't mean that when you come out, you just need to do the ass and stuff like that. I mean, Erykah Badu and other people were not necessarily doing that. You know, it's just something, of course, that goes with the times. Everyone is trying to fit into a category. Everyone feels like, oh, to be the best, you have to be bad. But that's not the case. Because I've literally flipped around with my versatility. I've done different types of concepts just to see for myself if that's the case, if I need to post my ass to get attention. There are certain projects like Mpho Esfazane. I've never posted my ass, but it's a video that's doing 90,000 views on YouTube simply because of how great the song is.
The lyricism
and
itself.
the lyrics on, you know, so I feel like it's just based on who the artist is, what are they saying in their songs. But you find artists like Sukiana who are obviously talking about sex like that. And so if that's the kind of project that's being pushed, it has to go with the concept. Because you can't say, like, you can't make a gospel song and say godly stuff and then put you wearing a thong. It's not going to make sense. Because honestly, then that comes to a point where you're going to get a lot of like religious feud. Because if you're Christian, you literally just follow, if you're Christian, you literally follow like the Bible, you follow God. So it's like, if you're going to post this and then the word of God says don't do this, that's when you become conflicted. So if you're going to portray something in salad, you just need to make sure that the concept aligns with what you're saying. And then, but I feel like the importance of everything is what a woman is saying when she's doing that. But sex does sell, and I feel like if a song is powerful enough and solid enough, then you can still hit numbers without your ass.
Because you know, now that you mentioned that, obviously, say for example, you're releasing a religious album or you're like talking about God in a particular project, so you need to match what you're talking about, right? Because here's the Mphumelelo question number Kanye West, right, said that they're not going to play his music if he speaks about Jesus. He's not going to do the numbers that he's doing. Right? He said that on Jesus Walks, if you listen to the song properly. There's a verse where he says something like that. Yeah, his record won't be played when he talks about Jesus. Look at what he's doing now with the Sunday service choir, right? And he's only pushing that. But here's my thing. Why can't you be a baddie, right? Have a thong, but sing about God.
Well, this is me, for example.
I mean, this is your temple. Do you know?
Yes. It is like my body. Okay, how can I put it? Let me put it like this. For me personally, I did like the Baddie Factory. It's a project. I'm talking about sexiness. I'm talking about women being strong. I'm talking about how they can look good for their partners, because it's important for women to just, you know, look and feel good. So when I am doing something that has to do with God, like the current project that I'm working on now, by the way, it's an infusion of normal hip hop, and then I have my godly side into it. So what I've chosen to do is that, like, in terms of my dress code, for my own, also just to sell the message properly, because you can't sell Coke, like cold drink or any like brand, to anyone if it doesn't have a proper advertisement or proper marketing. If it doesn't look good, then it can't sell. People won't even listen to it. So if I'm trying to sell something like gospel, I need to specify where is my target market. Because if you are making gospel, your target market automatically becomes Christians or people that believe in God, because there's some people who legit don't believe in God.
Generally.
Yes. So you need to know what your target market is, and for you to grow and expand, you need to sell it as well with how you look. So I feel like that it's just important for people to just accept what comes. Like with Kanye West, he already told himself that, but truly speaking, that project did well. It did great. I feel like it did. I think it's one of his
most selling projects.
Exactly.
Exposed them to the mainstream.
You understand? Because he kind of was used to his normal fan base, because when you do something, you're used to your normal fan base. I think so when he established that, let me just do this, for whatever reason he did it, he undermined the amount of people that would actually love that project. And some of his normal fans actually loved that project, and new fans came in, and I just feel like it's good to try things and expand. But he knew that if he was going to do the normal Kanye, put on like some put Kim Kardashian wrapped in some stuff like that, it wouldn't sell what he's trying to say in the project. So I feel like that's just how it is, man. That's how it should be. If you're gonna sell something, look the way and just try to sell it and know your target market.
I understand. All right, before we talk about Berry Factory and your music particularly, I just want to find out from you what you think about artists moving from genre to genre. I'll make you an example. Hip hop is a predominant genre in our country, particularly. Everyone's doing that. They're selling out arenas, they're getting booked. And then now there's Amapiano, which is a predominant genre right now, right? So now we have people moving from hip hop to Amapiano. And it's not that they just maybe being featured on Amapiano song. It's the transition for me. Like they literally rebranding, changing their names and all of that. What do you think about that? Because most of the time it doesn't work, right? I don't wanna mention names particularly, but we've seen artists who were nominated for summer awards who used to sell out arenas, who were doing hip hop. Now they're doing Amapiano. It's like, what are you doing? It's like,
what? I just feel like, when you're an artist, man, there's a difference between an artist and people who just do music because I don't know why they do music. I'm just going to be honest. I'm not going to specifically mention any names, but I'll say it like this. I feel like when music is in you and it's your passion, you will establish most people in the world can only either rap or they can either sing. So that comes with you when you're starting off as an artist. You start off as a hip-hop artist and you rap. You need to give people that, but be versatile enough to try different sounds. Like put it in Amapiano, rap on an Amapiano beat, but don't transition. I feel like people who do that are not solid artists.
Like be Mickey Monarch on an Amapiano beat.
Exactly, because if it's like Chris Brown's on an Amapiano beat, you can hear that this is Chris Brown. Chris Brown just jumped on Davido's song. You can hear that this is Chris Brown. So for me, it's just like when they transition like that and change their names, for me, it just shows me that this artist is not solid. They're not an artist like that, because it's just like a passing wave, like they wave riders. It's people who just jump on every genre because they're chasing fame. They're not chasing passion. People are chasing, we all chasing different things as artists. And I feel like whatever you're chasing is what keeps you going. If you're just consistent and it's within you, you will make it, because you don't make it to impress people. You don't really care what too many people are going to say, because you can't, it's inevitable. Everyone has a different opinion. Others will like it like this, others won't like it like that. So if you're an artist, you need to be able, you know what I mean. Some other people don't even bother. They're like, who's this person? I don't care, and they move on. But if you're an established artist, you just keep on going with what you do best and being yourself. It's good to put yourself in different genres. Like me, I was blessed enough by God, and I'm grateful for that, to be able to maneuver literally any sound. I can literally rap, but in everything I do, you will hear that this is Mickey Monarch. Mickey Monarch rapped on an Afrobeat. When I once did an Amapiano beat, not because of the pressure of it being a wave, but because my fans are the ones that said, could you please do something on Amapiano? We're curious. So I gave them that, and I literally rapped on it. And I feel like it's important for artists to stay grounded, know who they are. Don't just change because the new wave is there and you're trying to fit in.
Or because people are like, no, this would suit you.
You need to be able to hold your ground as an artist regardless of the wave. Let Kwaito come, let Amapiano, let Amaguitar, let Amadram, let freaking anything comes, but you still...
violin.
Because honestly, sound is constantly evolving. There's a new era. Like right now, I feel like most artists went through the difficulty of accepting what is Sekonama 2000 because the sound we used to jam to. Come on, I'm a 1999.
But a 99 is almost a 2K.
Nigga,
come on. Practically 2K.
No. But okay, I'm a 2000,
Yeah.
to be honest. They listen to a different type of sound.
Yeah.
If you ask a 2000 much about Jay-Z, they don't seem interested.
Yeah.
It feels like you're talking about someone telling me about DMX at the time.
But
you
everyone's
don't,
interested in Jay-Z.
you know what I mean?
Jay-Z's godly.
Come on, man. He's I mean, but
Yeah,
I won't
get what
lie.
you're
I've
saying,
asked
yeah.
little kids, like, do you know Jay-Z? Like, when you talk about the best rapper, I tell you, not Lil Durk, you know? And
Yeah.
it's like,
Roddy Ricch.
yeah, the wave is constantly changing. So if you're an established artist, you be like the Jay-Z's, like Beyonce. You'll dominate each and every era. Like Nicki Monarch, regardless of Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, all of them
Yeah.
come and try to do this, but they can't surpass her.
Yeah, I mean,
because
she's amazing.
Dude, come
Yeah,
on, she's
yeah.
there, you know?
Yeah.
So I just feel like
she's
these-
killed a lot of male rappers and songs.
dude, female, male, bring it on. And for
Yeah.
me, I'm happy that like top 10 dead or alive, if anyone compares me to a female artist, they can only say Nicki Minaj. And I'm on it. People think it's supposed to break me or make me feel
Yeah.
sad, and I'm just like, these people have no idea. You compare me to the greatest female rapper of all time at the moment.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just like, yeah, if you're an artist, stay doing what you do best.
Yeah.
Don't be a wave rider, like, because they look confused. Now
Yeah.
you don't know if this nigga is like this or like that. Even his fans don't know what to relate to.
Ish. Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
it's sad. I feel like artists shouldn't do that.
Yeah. But what do you think of Amapiano?
Honestly, I feel like it's a worldwide thing. It's traveling. I feel like it had a stronger impact than Gom, because Gom did come in. It was the thing. Amapiano came, and now it's world. But I feel like it has its people.
It has its
yeah,
people,
it
no?
has its people.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those. I just feel like it's a constant sound that's not ending. It sounds very similar. Like for me personally, Amapiano, if I play the first track, it sounds the same as
Yeah.
the next track, and the meanings are just, for me, it's a bit weird, man.
Some
the
songs
meanings
don't
in
make
it,
sense,
They
no?
don't. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
in
not
Amapiano you can sing about literally anything.
and I feel like that's what's ruining the future of, you know, artists, because not in a bad way. With hip hop, for some of us who write our lyrics and like
Yeah.
literally sit down writing to construct a song, whether it's R&B, at least you have like meaning within
Yeah.
those songs. Amapiano, I feel like it's just making every child see a superstar on TV and be like, I want to be an artist.
Yeah, true,
Next thing
true.
they're singing about ama kip kip, and it's popping.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
true, yeah.
and then they ask themselves, why can't they keep that fame or that consistency?
Yeah.
It becomes like paper fire in my eyes, because it's something passing by.
Yeah.
And if you're an established brand and you get caught into that, you're gonna fail. Literally.
Sure. Facts, man. So what do you think about the current state of hip hop in our country?
I honestly just feel like okay, losing AKA was a major hit.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, for me personally, he was one of the people that was carrying the game
Yeah.
still. Like he
Facts.
was.
Yeah. Him and KO.
Him and KO. KO
Yeah.
is one of the KO, aka Nasty C. These
Nasty
are the
C.
people for me that
A-Reece.
they release songs, and you know they might take like 4 years or a year gap or whatever, but when they gave us songs, it's solid.
Yeah.
You know, and then you obviously have the newer people, Blackie,
McLaren.
Lucas, McLaren, and I'm honestly just so grounded I've been grounded to my own space, so I haven't really been listening to much of what's going on.
Yeah.
But I feel like hip hop is just hungry for a new wave, like a new era.
Yeah.
And when that era, I don't think like we've gotten those artists yet that are gonna
But
take
we have McLaren,
over.
man. I mean, he's out here.
He's out here, honestly, but I can't relate to him as the way I would relate to AK. AK is a guy,
Yeah.
but I could relate to AK. I could be like, yo, I know the mega is dropped, you know. I don't feel that type of impact for me. Like
Okay.
we haven't had people that have blown up and we're like, oh, this is like an AKA. AK and then blew up when. Dude, it's
Dude,
been
we
a
were
while.
still in primary,
Do
eh?
you understand?
No,
We knew
it's been
Casper
years.
from all the, you know, so I feel like we haven't had that, and it's coming. You know, I don't know who it's gonna be. I might be one of them or
Yeah.
whatever, but like hip hop just needs a lead. We need a dope female artist, and I'm her. And we
Definitely.
need a dope male artist who's just gonna. But male artists are doing well. But with females, honestly, for me personally, there's nothing much happening.
Yeah, but now I think with females, this is my personal opinion.
Right.
It's a lyricism thing, dog. You know, sometimes you get females jumping onto certain hip hop
Right.
beats, and you're like, okay, I can't
Like,
even
I can't-
vibe to
that's
that, because
my
now they're
thing.
trying to sound like Nicki Minaj.
That's the thing. If you as a person listens to a song and you can hear that there's no form of originality,
Yeah.
it's not making you move, it means that song's not nice. I feel like most of the artists that we have, like female artists, are just simply not talented. And lyrically, they don't even know how to
I
construct
need
a
to
hip
get a
hop
home.
song.
Whoops in. I need to get a horn. I want to drop people. A lot of female artists
honestly,
are not talented.
They're not talented.
Supposed to go boo boo boo.
No, I'm not even being disrespectful. I feel like single-handedly, I've been one person who's just been doing what I've been doing.
Yeah.
I don't even go to a platform and say, "Yo guys, I'm the biggest female." I don't want that type of fame and attention. That's not why I do what I do. But with the girls, it's like everybody just wants to be in charge. Hence, girls can't work together. Hence, there's always female beef. Hence, others
beef.
And it's unnecessary, honestly. It's just because people feel threatened. Like, women are quick to feel jealous and threatened before men. Men can literally form brotherhood. Like, if you see a dope artist, you'll be like, yo, that nigga's dope, that's my bro.
Yeah.
But girls can't do that. Like, it's not possible. You work with her, it's nice, and then eventually it ends. It's beef, it's drama.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, if there was a female artist that was like legitly that dope in South Africa or in Africa, for me, like rap wise, I feel like we would have someone standing with Nasty C by now. Like, in terms of the stats and achievements.
Yeah.
Would have someone standing with Casper. We can say, oh, this female is the only one. But I won't lie, Nadia Nakai is one person who's
but
just
Fifi
in her
Cooper was also
own.
trying, though.
Honestly, I don't know what happened with Fifi.
Because there was a point where she was at the peak of her career, like when she was with your MTs and them at Ambitious, and she was out here.
I just feel like also record labels. Look, I haven't signed into a record label, but just seeing from
consider.
Honestly, if the deal makes sense, if it makes accurate sense, if they can do more for me than I can do for myself. Because I feel like as an artist, you need to know what you're capable of. Most of these artists just be like, I need a manager. The person just dropped a song, I need a manager. It doesn't make sense. What must the manager manage? We need to be able to build our brands to a point where it's like pleasing to the eye. It's doing things on its own. And that's what I've personally done, to see that it's authentically about talent and just having people that genuinely, you can lie about clout, you can buy views, you can pay blogs, you can pay gatekeepers, you can do all of it. But if people don't authentically like you
can't lie about the
you're
quality
not going to
of
grow.
music.
You understand?
You cannot lie about the quality of music.
Period. I feel like most of these female artists especially, they like just blow up, they get told too many things, you know? People try to pin you against other people. Then you have yourself trying to prove a point, like I'm the baddest. Even Nicki Minaj, one mistake that people make is when they blow up, they're chasing the wrong thing. Or when they're trying to step into the game.
They're trying to be better than Nicki Minaj.
They're trying to be better than Nicki Minaj, or they're trying to sound like Nicki Minaj. Of course, she's like the blueprint. I mean, if someone is doing something amazing, you will be like, how did this person get there? Like, it's good to be inspired. And I feel like women are allowed to be inspired. Because when also, the other challenging thing is, like, for me, example, I'm a dope artist, judging from my work and just the stats.
See why I need a horn.
You know what I'm saying? Just the stats. I'm not saying this based on my ego, but it's also just my fans that have made me see that, no, you dope. And the achievements and the way they tell me, Mickey, you inspire me to do this. You're so young. Like, a lot of people think I'm 30-something, 28. And I'm just 24, literally. I started doing this thing when I was 18, finishing school, not knowing what I was doing. And some people would tell me, no, you sound like Nicki Minaj too much. Even your name, you know, and it's too, you need to stop. And I'm like, okay.
But she's your biggest inspiration.
You know what I mean? That's why I would fight for the narrative that women are allowed to be inspired. There's nothing wrong with being inspired by Nicki Minaj. Just like most of the guys. I mean, Lil Wayne inspired the whole game. Niggas are putting on like dreadlocks and Lil Durk.
Tattoos. There was a point where everyone was dressing like him, truck fit,
everybody
Vans,
has, you feel me?
Skateboarding.
The whole, it's okay. Lil Wayne inspired men to do that, and it's a dope thing, you know. But people will attack a woman because you are inspired by Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj has a lot of haters and good people. So, but I feel like what happens is either two things with the female. You either get inspired by her and you excel, and people compare you to her, like me. I'm one person that people compare, but for the right reasons, because it makes sense. It's not like they're gonna attack me now too much. It's more at a point where they're like, no, this girl is really a dope rapper. She's a dope musician. But other girls, it's just too much pressure. They're trying too hard. They miss the mark of being motivated. Then they become parodies, like a copycat. You want to do everything that this person does.
Literally does.
And then that's when you lose yourself as a female, and you just, as a brand, no one can follow someone that's following other people too much.
Facts,
because we need to be the creators. We need to inspire the youth. We need to,
people need to find reason to follow you.
You know what I mean?
All right, man. Let's talk about you a little. We'll come back to all of that. So let's talk about you.
Right.
How did you then decide, you know what, I want to be a female, I want to be a rapper? And how did you come with the name Mickey Monarch?
Honestly speaking, my real name is Sindile. Usindile means Usindile, you survived, you understand?
Yeah.
So at school, people used to be like, Usinde gupi, Usinde, what happened? And it got annoying because I literally had to tell this endless story. Guys, my mom told me when she was in labor, they didn't believe her. Like, I'm about to come through.
Yeah.
So they were just telling her, no, lie down. We're expecting her in like 4 hours or so. She was relaxing, and then I was popping out. So it was a matter of if I did hit the ground with my head, I was going to die.
Yeah.
So she called me Usindin. So
because you didn't hit the ground.
I didn't hit the ground.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I didn't die. I made it. So people just constantly ask me that, and I'd feel like, oh, I'm tired. So I said my name is Michelle. That was just the creator name, to be honest. My name is Michelle. Then going into high school with people calling me Michelle, they started calling me Mickey. Yeah. So here's the rhetorical thing. I've always been a person that listened to Beyonce musically. I've always loved and followed Beyonce. Like, Beyonce is my number one inspiration.
I'm a big fan of hers myself.
Big time. Like, I live for Beyonce.
It shocks a lot of people.
She's
but I am a fan
mother.
of
You know what I mean? She's absolutely out of this world. So I used to love Beyonce. Then my brother would do like the raps and the cyphers at school, and I would watch him do it, and I'd be like, this is dope, you know? And then people started, I started like also just rapping a bit, trying to do what he does, trying to understand what hip hop is. I started listening to Eminem, Kanye West, Jay-Z, because those were the people he was listening to.
They're the pioneers.
You understand? And I was like loving the algorithm, Eminem with the fast raps, but it's fast, but it makes sense. So
storytelling.
You know what I mean? And then I didn't know Nicki Minaj at the time. So when I started rapping for some of my friends, like, guys, what do you think about this? They would tell me, you sound like Nicki Minaj. Do you know Nicki? I'm like, who's Nicki Minaj? When I got home, you know, I started checking. I saw Nicki Minaj, and I was like, what? And I started listening to music and trying to figure out like her live videos to see what is she talking. And I realized, okay, there's some, you know, I don't know. We match like I can relate. And I'm like, this is weird. I swear to God. And then when I got back to school, eventually, because now established as she raps, she's a musician. She sings and she raps. Because before I used to just sing. So then she raps, and then they're like, oh, Nikki. And then we're in a history class grade 10. They started, you know, explaining about the BCs and stuff like that. I figured the word monarch in the history class. And I'm like, what is a monarch? It intrigued me because I just like it. And then I went home, Googled it. It's a butterfly. Beautiful but not easy to catch. And it's also like royalty. The highest level, like the monarch, the monarchy. So I was like, nah, this actually resembles me. I'm always a leader. I was an RCL in all grades at school. I was always in charge. So I was just like, Mickey Monarch, and that's it.
Teacher's pet.
Not the teachers. They liked me. I would do the worst things. Like I would put on lipstick and sit, but they would still rock with me because I'd excel.
Academically.
So a good baddie.
Okay,
Always been a good baddie.
All right.
You see?
So that's when you came with Mickey Monarch.
Yes, and then it became a thing, and I figured out Nicki Minaj, and I started loving her. And honestly, people would be like, change your name, change. But it just got to a point where I was like, I actually like this name.
Yeah, why change
There are people who have names like, there's Lil Wayne, there's Lil this, Lil Red, Lil this. Why?
There's Rick Ross and there was Ricky Rick.
You understand? R.I.P.
Yeah.
But why must I change my name because it rhymes with another woman, but a male artist is allowed to have a name that rhymes with another male artist and looks the same? So I'm like, I know who I am. I'm inspired by this woman, and if anyone has a problem with that, they're gonna see it. I'm just doing me. Yeah. And that's how I became this.
And how was your first studio experience? Like the first time you had to record a rap song in studio.
Oh my God.
How was that experience?
Honestly, I had so much pressure, bro, because I honestly had never recorded any song in my life. I had never been a rapper. I was very shy. I was a child that couldn't even sing in front of my family. So my brother's the one that would constantly just motivate me. So I had to find a studio. It's a long story, but sorry for another day. Cut it short. I got to the studio, and then I found this guy Jordan hooked me up, and then there was just a bunch of niggas, like older men. And at that time I'm like 18. I'm freaking out.
In matric.
Yes, but it was like December. It was quite done. You're just waiting for you know. So I was just like in that moment where I'm like, okay, now there's niggas, and they're like, in order for you to record here, because I didn't have funds at the time, they're like, in order for you to record here, you need to prove to all of us that you're dope enough.
Yeah.
See, and I was like, okay, do you give me the beat? Or they're like, no, just come with the beat and record. So I was like, cool. I went there. I got a beat on YouTube at the time because I didn't know any producer.
Copyright free.
You know what I mean? And I just recorded. I just, like, the first take of it was like shocking because I didn't even know I could do that.
Yeah.
They were like stunned. They were
Were
gagged.
you freestyling or did you have anything written?
I wrote it because they gave me a day. They're like, go home and come back.
Yeah.
It's like my first, like, you have no idea. To me, I thought it was adorable. I'm like, nah, this won't cut it. But when I did rap it, dude, come on, they were gagged.
Yeah, everyone went crazy.
They were gagged. Then they're like, yo, dude, anytime you want to record, just pull up. And it was like, that was the start for me. I dropped that song on Facebook, SoundCloud, links and stuff, Audio Mac.
Yeah.
And honestly, it just did things. Like, it just traveled. It was too quick for me. I couldn't understand.
People gave you positive reactions.
To the core. It was too much. I even found myself sitting with Lance from Motherland, Raphael Benza.
Yeah.
I was invited to so many record labels, like, just because, and I feel
this
like I was
Lance
not
from
ready.
Ghetto Rough, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I had a conversation with him, spoke to my parents. You know, it was just, but I don't know, man. Things didn't happen. You know, I felt like maybe God didn't want that to happen because I had no knowledge of what was going on, you know?
Yeah.
But I strongly believe in God, like, to the core. I'm a Christian and I just feel like God is everything. So if he didn't allow that maneuver to happen, then there was a reason.
Yeah.
There's no bad blood. He didn't do anything. We don't have any issues. Like, Lance is someone that I respect because all he did was he just gave me
Do you
advice.
still talk to him though?
Honestly, no.
So you haven't seen him ever since?
I haven't seen him ever since that time. I haven't seen him, but I would see him like getting on my lives and just being like, "You're doing great." Sometimes he'll drop a comment on a specific post and be like, "You're doing great."
Yeah.
The last time I saw him check up on me was like this year somewhere, Jan, Feb. After I did drop the Batty Factory, then boom.
He checked it out.
Yeah.
So, man, he's been keeping tabs on you. I think he still believes in you.
I believe he does. Because
Yeah.
also, I just have this thing of independence, man. I just feel like I can do so much. And it took me time to discover my power, my potential. I
Yeah.
feel like I had to go through everything that I went through to get to this point, to be like this. Because if I didn't, I would have been a cunt. I would have been cocky. I would have been that girl, you know?
Yeah, facts.
I would have,
So, how was your first performance like? The first time, like, you had to hit the stage?
Fork. It was overwhelming, right?
Yeah.
Like, honestly speaking, I'm shy.
Was this immediately after you had recorded your
After
first
I
song?
recorded that song, I think it was like 2 weeks late in. That's when I got my first gig.
Yo.
It was at Maboning, and I was freaking out.
At a club?
At a club. Now, I'm not used to clubs because honestly, I love just making music, but I'm not into clubs and, you know, that lifestyle.
You're a Christian.
Honestly, I'm not into groove like that. I know people look at me and they're like, she's a baddie. But I'm like, nah, I am an introvert, man. Boring.
Yeah.
So that was a weird space. And most importantly, it's like, I'm the spotlight. I'm the entertainment here. So I was very nervous. But luckily, I had my elder sister and my brother. They would come to support. My sister would dance alongside me. My brother would just be there to like take care of us like that and hype us. And so it was crazy, man, because it naturally just happened. Like, people were singing along to that one song.
Yeah.
And that for me was just like, what? You know, when I started doing it more, like, call me backward, and they saying it backward, I was like, okay, this is happening.
Yeah.
And too many feelings, but I killed it.
Yeah.
And
Were you dressed as a baddie at that time?
Yeah, like, guys, come on. I feel like my dress code serves baddie.
Yeah.
I just appreciate my body, man. I feel like women should appreciate their bodies.
Yeah, that's true, man.
It's nice to wear lingerie. It's nice to wear bikini. I mean, if you go for a swim, you're literally wearing a bikini. If you open a magazine, you can find an advertisement of someone wearing a bikini.
Yeah.
Literally, men are no shirt and they just jockey there.
Yeah.
But people want it to be like a bigger thing when you're a female artist and you're probably posting your bikini or you're twerking. I'm like, what's the difference?
Yeah.
Is it
That's society
that bad?
for you.
You know what I mean?
But do you think you'd ever go to a performance and not be dressed as a baddie?
Honestly, I've had a couple of performances, especially because with me, I'm naturally a person who's an all-rounder. So I literally can get along with anyone from everywhere. I can like get into a space and get along and dress like this, like with the business women fit in but not like fit in. Their interests don't interest me. So I've realized that as a person, I'm able to literally dress in any way, but still sell what I'm trying to sell.
Yeah.
So when I go to a club and I wear like normally, people still love me the same. They still make noise the same. I've tried it just to see like, are these people with me because I post like this sometimes and I'm like kinky and I'm like bossing out, you know, or do they really like my music? So I had to do that as a self-test, you know, and I've prayed about it.
Goes back to the first question that I asked.
You see? Then I realized that no, they don't love me for my booty, they love me for the music.
I mean, I said to you when we were speaking off air that you're an actual advocate for women, because I listened to Always Fazane, you know, you're speaking about women, the struggles and all of that. Betty Factory as well, you know. I think with what you said off air, you're that person that's always speaking for women. You're a feminist, like women need to embrace themselves, they need to love themselves, you know. So I don't want to sound like a misogynist when I keep asking all of these questions, but I ask these questions because I know a lot of female artists, especially upcoming artists, I want to watch this, you know, and there's a lot of them who are skeptical, like, okay, I can't go into the entertainment industry because now I need to look a certain way, whereas you can still conquer the industry and just be yourself.
That's the thing. I just feel like women just need to understand the point. It's not about trying to be like who's already on top. It's just about being yourself. Be inspired by who inspires you, but the best way you can win in anything in life is just to be yourself. Like I said, you control people when you're an artist, in a sense that if I post, if I tell people right now, like, hey guys, I'm transitioning, some people will hate me, but others will go with me, and I feel like that's what
you're gonna gain new followers.
You gain new followers. It's either they're gonna be more than what you had, or it's just gonna go bad. Like those people that go to Amapiano, it turns out bad. The people they go to, the new fans don't care. Because I online 90% of the Amapiano songs I've heard, I don't know who the artists are. Like. It's too many people on the song, and there's so many songs. Even if they tell you, oh no, but I'm like.
And then next thing, there's beef about the royalties, spreadsheets, and all of that. Whereas these are things that need to be discussed before we get into the studio. So, which brings me to my next question. As an independent artist, how do you avoid being cheated of what's due to you? For example, you get invited into studio by someone as big as KO. I mean, a lot of the times people get cheated because it's like, yo, dog, I'm going to studio with KO.
They look at the
I just want to be on that song. I just want to be on that song, only for the song to be massive. You know, and then you start complaining that no, I wasn't given what I was due. I didn't sign anything. This guy's out here gigging.
I got nothing.
Boards. All of that is happening. So how do you avoid such things from happening to you as an independent artist?
Honestly speaking, honestly, it depends what you're chasing. Mina, personally, even if the person is a big name, I look at it as, it's an opportunity, but also it's important for me to get into a space and know who this person is. Because once I feel their energy, I'll be able to see if I should just record the record or not. Because like they have bad intentions at the beginning. You understand? And I feel like
from the conversations,
you can feel like even when you step into the room, man, you can feel this person probably just wants your idea of the song. And then, because that's what most of these old-time artists do. Like, they meet new artists, they try to steal whatever new ideas you have because they want fresh ideas. And then, boom, they just use your ideas before you blow up. So, by the time you blow up, that's when you're copying this person. You understand? So, but I just feel like you don't be an opportunist if you're doing this thing. Be able to also take no's from people and also say no to people. Because people are just too busy chasing opportunity to read between the lines. And when you get to an artist, always know whatever you're recording at that studio, it's their project. Get your zip files, get your stuff, get your vocals, make sure that you have everything together for you. And also just take it that whatever you're doing is surrounded by passion. Even if you drop a song, for example, with the KO and he doesn't give you the money, if you're not chasing it's painful, yes, but just look at the good out of it. You got exposure. And let him walk with that song. Don't fight with him, don't argue. Because the problem is, I'm not saying people shouldn't have a voice, but we need to choose our battles wisely. Because sometimes when you're angry like that and you start attacking KO, he already has a following that's stronger than you.
Everyone knows who he is.
You know what I mean? Tomorrow he turns around and he says, this is some nigga that I was trying to put on. You know, these cats, when you put them on, when they think they're fame. And people are going to believe KO. Then your career is over. So it's better to just, if you find yourself in that situation, just chill, take a seat back, be humble enough to allow it. Allow certain things. Look a fool sometimes because there's a greater price for you ahead. If you keep quiet, one day people will establish. It'll come out,
It's funny how I've interviewed so many producers now, and I've never ever thought of asking any producers this question. So I apologize. What are masters? Because we always have people arguing, no, I want my masters.
My masters.
He owns his masters. What are masters?
Masters are basically the vocals. the vocals of which an artist put on the song. Those are the
So
masters.
is that what you meant by get the zip file, get
yes,
your vocals?
get your vocals. Those are, because when that project itself is like a package, it needs to go through you having the raw vocals, which is just you recording, and then you go into a session of mixing where they align the beat with the vocals, and then mastering is when they actually pitch it out and make the sound quality sound proper. And then so that's an entire project. So if, let's say, you record a song in a studio and someone is just like, I'm not going to send you your masters, you can't play it on radio, because let's say you recorded it and it's an unclean song, there's no, you're cursing. YFM wants the song, but you can't get the song to YFM because you don't have the project. You can't send them the masters, so that they can actually, you can either re-record a clean version or they can clean out the curse words. So that song becomes basically unusable for growth. It's like if any brand wants it, you can't use it. You can't do anything. MTN calls you now, your producer says no. It's chai.
Jesus.
Factory. Okay, so the Batty Factory was something I wanted to drop like a while ago before I actually dropped it. But it's a project that's versatile, but dominant of the sounds is hip hop. So it has sections where it's like hard hip hop, you can find the bars, and then there's that sexy hip hop where woman is like expressive about her body and her beauty and just embracing who she is. And then the last part is more emotions, where you're talking about love and you're also partying. So I infused dancehall, like Afrobeats and dancehall. I featured K's Montana, who's a Nigerian artist. I featured Unique, who's from California.
Yannick Curvy Diva.
No, I don't know if that's the Yannick.
Yeah, that's Yannick. She's
no,
delicious.
it's a nigga.
Oh,
it's a nigga.
Jeez, I was like, what?
No,
that's massive.
It's a nigga, but
Alright.
it's from California. And also Andrix. Who else did I? Yeah, I think it was just those three. I'm not too sure. Sorry if I didn't mention you in your song. So, but I initially just wanted to build a body of work that empowers specifically the women called baddies. So the whole inspiration was I had been surrounded. Yes, I had been surrounded by a lot of baddies, which were video vixens, models, people, girls that are trying to get opportunity, but they're also strippers. So I got exposed to those girls, and I started realizing that they're actually good people. You know, there's actually a story behind each of them. They're not what people see them as. Because when people see a stripper, they're like, oh, she's just a whore and she's just cheap and she's a prostitute. She's got no values, and society, you know, brings them down. But I would have a conversation like, okay, so you have a kid, and most of them have kids and they're single moms. I'm like, so why are you a stripper? Is it something you want to do? Has this been your dream? You know, they're like, no, this is a situation. But, you know, in as much as it's our situation and it's put us there, we're just trying to like make a living and live. So I'll be like, no, do your thing. And then they're like, no, but everyone, like most of the rapper songs, Drake, be like, strippers this, just give them 20 bags. Like, those people are degraded. So I wanted to be a voice of the voiceless, be the voice for them, that I'm not saying what you're doing is something you should do for the rest of your life. But I'm just giving you something that in the process of while you're doing it, you feel attractive, you feel hot, you feel like you feel the inner beauty beyond what people
I mean, you have all the
say.
attention. Men want you.
Men want you. You're already beautiful, but you don't have to take that and make it your lifestyle. Like as in,
it doesn't have to define you.
You understand, like now you only feel beautiful because a man said you're beautiful. You should feel beautiful as a woman, as yourself. So that was my motivation for that. And then a lot of things happened where I couldn't get my songs because
back
somehow
to the issues of masters.
Somehow my producer was I honestly don't want to talk about that too much, because I feel like with me personally, when I overcome something, it was meant to do something to me. You know, so
there was a lesson behind.
Yeah, it was just basically to make me see that I'm stronger than this, I'm bigger than this. But I had my plan set, and obviously, you know, people, I have ops that I don't know of, but there are people in the industry that are angry about certain things. So I'm not going to say any names, because those people are not important to me like that, and I don't want them to end up saying I needed them to get to where I'm going and where I'm at. So, but that individual and those individuals are just sad enough to get to a point where, you know, they just want to be Mickey so bad. So some people want that sound that you have. So because I used to post my producer a lot, certain individual wanted to work with him, and it was a matter of he shouldn't basically send me my stuff. But you know, I'm not fazed about it. I'm over it. So my producer had to do what he had to do, obviously, to sustain his life or whatever. I don't know. But you know, it was just a weird project, and spiritually, it was like, you know, I was just coming across a lot of pastors who tell me things like, this project, there's a Patty Factory, what's going on? You know, because it's women and they like look naked. So I also started feeling like maybe I shouldn't drop it. Like, oh, maybe it's my narrative going. I thought honestly, maybe my narrative is gonna go the wrong way here. Maybe people gonna think I'm condemning this. Like I'm just saying, guys, let's go get men's money and be whores. But that's not what the songs are saying. The cover might look like it, but that's not what I'm saying in the song.
So people need to take the time to listen to the songs.
Listen to the songs
before they can judge.
You know, follow the artists. Listen to things like platforms like these. You guys give us platforms to express ourselves, like to make you people understand. And I feel like people need to really try to listen more instead of just taking what people say. You know. But yeah, it was close to me not dropping the project, but by the grace of God, I did, because I prayed about it. I was like, God, you know, because I feel like in as much as people would say, yeah, you're Christian, but you like wear and you post like this, I feel like, man, everybody sins every day. Everybody does something bad. Within 24 hours, there's no one. So we can't say one bad thing is bigger than the other, and you can't be oppressed and made a bad person for that. Allow me to move in my mistakes. If it's a mistake, God will correct me along the way and he'll walk me through it. And that's just it.
If it's a mistake, show me the lesson.
Yes, like show me, I'm gonna get there eventually. Show me the lesson. Show me, and in as much as, because when we go through dark times, Jesus will literally tell you, I'll be with you to walk you through the darkest valley. So I'm that person. If I'm making a mistake while I'm just living my life and being myself, the only person that can judge me is God. Anyone else, people who have things to say about me, people who will, like people that try to stop me, you can't break what you didn't make. It's not possible. You know, even if I don't drop the Patty Factory, it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna be able to record more music or losing one producer. How many producers are there? You're gonna have to go through everybody in the game to try and stop a person like me.
So do you write your own lyrics?
Yes, all of them.
All of them. Literally all your lyrics. So you write on your own, or do you have a team that you work with?
I literally write on my own. Like everything that I have said on a song is something I've written. God is my witness. My producers are my witnesses. Because I feel like, man, if I'm not writing it, what's the point? If someone else writes me something, I feel I don't like it, and I feel like I can't express it in the way that would be authentic to how I want to say it.
Relatable.
Yeah, because I'm like, you're gonna give me lyrics about the moon and the stars right now, and I'm not relating to this. Like, I'd rather talk about this. Like, yo, people need to look and feel better, you know? People need to love themselves more. People need to be like a beast and be strong. Because I feel like in this world, you're not going to survive anything if you're not strong. You need to be a beast. You need to be strong.
The music industry at large for me is like a jungle. And everyone in that jungle is fighting for survival.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you either hunt or you be hunted.
It's like, it's the wild, man. It's either you're the prey or the predator. You need to do something.
Hectic.
You need to. But I feel like also it's just important to be like the elephants, man. Just mind your own business. I feel like I've survived so many things in the industry because I'm not fazed by trying to be number one, trying to ride a wave, trying to prove a point. Like, not every female that comes at me gets my attention like that. Because I feel like they're not worth it. For them to sit in a group and talk about me or plan or whatever happens, it shows that, okay, I'm doing greater than you, because you literally have time in the day to talk about me. I don't talk about none of these people. I don't care what they're doing. And, you know, so I can't literally be devoured, because it's like people don't know what I'm doing. You can study the moves of those that you see and are around you, but you can't study the moves of someone who's always there. Like with me, I'm that one artist. I'm that one artist that people just see doing things. Next thing they sports scene. They don't understand how, who, because no one in the industry talks to this hand. We've tried asking her for this, we've tried to feature her, but for me, I'm like, what's the motive? What's the agenda? Because people work, like, music is a business. So if you're a brand and you get called by a certain artist, you need to ask yourself, what's the purpose of this? Is it growth for both of us? Are they trying to benefit something from me?
Are they trying to exploit you?
Are they trying to exploit me? Are they just trying to, like, shag me? Because people, like, oh no, male artists are rude. Male artists are crazy. Like, I'm not going to name drop people, but they just see you as a woman and they just be like, oh, you're so attractive. Like, already, people, like, someone just calling you, hi babe. It's weird. It's like, what do you mean? And then yeah, come to the studio. After that, let's go to my crib and chill.
Come for dinner.
Come for lunch. And I'm like, man.
And we all know what happens during dinner.
Exactly.
Yeah, we all know.
They're gonna like chow you and finish you. It's done, you understand?
Yeah. So you
understand? Like honestly, men I feel like but men just, they exploit who they can.
Yeah, because we exploit each other as well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
women also exploit.
Yeah. Let's talk about the sports scene deal.
Yes.
Is it like an endorsement-ship deal?
No, honestly, it was just a feature.
Studio?
It was a weekend turn-up that they hit me up. They said they wanted to feature me to wear an artist of my choice. Like literally go to a sports in-store and go to the specific brand Adidas. I must pick out an outfit worth a certain amount. So I did that. I went out.
And they paid for it?
Yeah, like it was free of charge. And then they also paid me as well to do that.
But at least you were paid.
Exactly. Yeah, and they gave me a full-blown amount of exposure. They posted me on their YouTube channel. They also posted me on Instagram and tagged me. We did a collaboration post. So it's just good for my, my caliber, my brand, and just, my future references.
Yeah.
No.
All right. What's been the highlights of your career?
The highlights have been, honestly, just getting to a place where both of my parents support me in what I do. Because first it was my mom, and we were trying to get through the pre-call, who's my dad, to try and understand what's happening. So my parents just being supportive and fully understanding what I do. Getting an award for Best Female Artist at the African Social Media Entertainment Awards. Having my music videos constantly played on Channel O. I used to get to a point where I'd record them and be excited, but now I just let it happen, man. It's like, oh God, I'm grateful, and I just want to work hard to do more. It's also just beating different people and understanding how crazy the world works. I feel like I've also just been humbled, and I've grown into understanding who I am and how people operate. Performing at Joburg Theatre, just being able to flourish. Like guys, a lot has happened for me, and I'm just so excited and grateful to God, because I am one person who knows who I am. I'm a beast. I'm all of that, but I'm just humble as a person. I'm able to communicate with other people normally. I don't see myself as someone that wants to be praised like a god. I'm just happy that in this industry, as wild as it is, I'm able to be away from things like depression, things
especially
that are,
as an independent artist.
I'm able to not take cocaine or drugs to try and sustain myself. I'm very strong. I'm doing something that you need a record label to do. You need 50 people to come together and plan what they're going to do for one artist, outfits, this, but I'm that person, and I'm like, wow, I can do all this. And that just makes me just be more humble and grateful. As a person, I'm young, but okay. I feel like when I'm 30, I'm going to be a master. Freaking open a record label.
For sure.
Right.
So let's play a game before I let you go.
No.
So it's another game. I've played it with so many of these artists that came over here, though they give me vague answers. But it's quite an interesting game. So it's just 5 questions, by the way. So if you were given the chance to end someone's career right now, whose career would you end?
The weakest artist, I don't know, man.
Yeah, but I mean, we need a name. Who's the weakest artist?
Oh my God.
I mean, I know a few, but I
there's so many, bruh. I don't even mention any
just
of these
one,
artists.
Just one artist that you're like, you know what? I'd end this guy's career or this girl's career because you don't belong where you at now.
Guys, can I pass on that one? Everything I say is held to a high regard. This can be a career-ending maneuver in me just saying it. That person will be depressed, fucking will kill themselves, man. I will be responsible for it.
All right. If there's one thing you had to change about the South African music industry, what would you change?
I would change that they allow trash to play. I feel like I would change.
Yeah, what's your definition of trash?
Definition of it's just songs that don't make sense, man. A song that even a 16-year-old can do better than someone who's in that position. There are so many. Oh, come on, I see what you're doing now. You're trying to track me back.
All right, keep going.
I feel like I'll change that we shouldn't have things like gatekeepers. We shouldn't have people that artists need to pay to have a spot on the top 20.
Yeah.
I feel like it just should be fair off of people's hard work. Even with shows, even in platforms, people have to go and bribe someone.
Yeah.
You know, that's wrong. It should be. I'd change that. I'd make it fair. If your music is not nice, we're not playing it. I'd let the people decide. We can literally.
Because there's a lot of talented people who aren't getting that exposure.
Dude, they're too many.
Yeah.
And it's like, even the country itself, we're trapped into listening the same line of people. And even if you don't like the song, it's going to be number one because people are paid. It's like a bid or buy thing. If you want your music to be number one and be on the charts, if someone bought 20,000 for the number one spot, you bring 50, then you have it. I'd change that, honestly. I'd make it very fair.
Yeah.
Make it fair,
and especially for women as well.
Especially
make it
for
fair,
women. Like, women should also be given the platform, guys. It's hard being a woman. Just because you're a girl, it's like you won't be put there because you're a woman. Women must always be under men. Women are not good enough.
Yeah, women needs to come to an end.
Yeah, but I feel like the only way to end it, man, is just to be a beast.
Yeah. But women also need to come together and collaborate. Like, women need to learn how to work together and stand up for fellow women. Do you know what I'm saying? Instead of judging each other.
Even the ancestors, they didn't find a cure for this thing. Jealousy. There's no cure for it. Man. Women are too jealous. It's not possible.
But it's not just women. It's a black people's thing.
Jealousy
is a black people's thing.
People just want to like close the doors for each other.
Yeah.
But I feel like, honestly, man, the only way for a female to ever get to a point where we earn the respect, it's gonna take someone like me who's gonna go in there, rap toe to toe with your Nasty C, rap toe to toe with all these people that are like said to like a Aries, make songs that are like that, in line with that, and just surpass them. Even get on a song and body all of them, just to prove a point.
Facts.
I think that's the only way they'll be like, respect this female artist. This
is the and then when you can pave way for other female artists.
By that, now female artists can just come, and I feel like they'll be literally just pointed out because of their talent, not their bodies, not their appearance, not their looks. Because in America, like, I love how they're doing it, man.
Yeah.
Women are popping over there.
I mean, look at how they're collaborating together.
And they're coming together.
Look at what Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion are doing together.
Dude.
You know?
And so, I won't lie, respect to Nicki Minaj, because she put on literally most of the females. She literally, when Doja came in, she gave her a feature. Like, people don't look at that. That woman has built so many careers. But in South Africa, we don't have that. It's rare to find Casper Nyovest, not in a bad way, featuring like a young artist. It's rare. Why hasn't he done that? Why
but I mean, he has a song with McLaren now.
But come on, McLaren was already, you know what's the problem? I feel like they come to you when they see you popping, when you've done something. But for you, legitly, just based off your talent, they don't pull up like that. And that's the problem. Yeah. How many female artists do you know that have featured other female artists? The ones that are said to be running the game. How many upcoming artists have they featured, female on female?
Yeah.
Zero.
No, I totally understand what you said.
But I'll do something on that note. I'll do something with one female that I feel like is extremely freaking attractive and is freaking dope with the bars.
And is a good baddie.
Oh, no, she's a good baddie. She's a good baddie.
All right, number 3. If God said to you, if
hallelujah.
God came to you right now, like in like physical form, right, and said to you, I'll grant you all your heart's desires and all your wishes, only if you date one rapper. Who's that rapper?
Yo.
You just need to date one rapper. And let's make it South African.
Oh, come on, guys.
Now let's make, because obviously if it's international, then it's easy. You can easily say Drake. We know a lot of girls love Drake, you know, Kendrick.
But Drake is not my type, guys. Oh, I date Jay-Z.
Drake looks Ethiopian, eh?
Yeah, it's a bit too girly for me. I like a man to be a man, indoor. Like, you go make cartoons there. Yeah. Yeah, but an artist I'll date.
Like Java, maybe.
No.
But indoor, I mean, he has that manly thing. Indoor, and then one of those Wesindil.
I got the fit who's like the beard. It's the beard for me. I'm trying to think of someone who's attractive in this country. Yeah. Honestly, okay, guys, RIP, but I date AK.
Alright, AK, ne?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah. All right. If right now you were given the opportunity to take one female artist other than yourself and put her on a feature with Nicki Minaj, who are you taking?
I'll definitely take Milky the Dawn.
Milky the Dawn. Is this an upcoming artist?
This is an upcoming artist. Is very dope. She's hot. You guys should check her out.
Yeah.
They are on lad. I'd put Milky the Dawn. I feel like aside from myself, man, listening to females, she's dope. Like, I feel like even after this, if you listen to her, you can even ask her to come to the platform, and she's too much.
Yeah.
She's nice with it.
Alright, I'd love to have her for sure.
Please.
And then last but not least, top 5 female rappers in South Africa and top 5 female rappers in America.
5
in no
South
particular
Africa.
order though.
Myself.
That's South Africa.
Yeah.
Alright.
Come on.
International?
Obviously, Nicki Minaj.
Oh, come on.
What do you people want?
All right. Let me change that question. So, what do you think of the infamous Cardi B line, broke niggas don't deserve pussy?
Hey, I don't fucks with it.
Yeah. So you date someone broke?
Yes.
Are you dating someone broke?
No.
Oh, what's your definition of broke?
Okay, broke is basically someone who is incapable of providing for themselves and providing for their partner. Like, they're just incapable of providing. They don't have the means and they don't have the access. But I feel like, man, if you go with, like, if a person is broke or rich, it's dumb. Like, in my opinion, because at the end of the day, man, look, as a 20-year-old female, if I want a rich guy, I'm most likely to find a rich man, like majority of in a 50-something-year-old man.
Yeah.
That's going to be the rich man that
and
can
he's
take
about
care.
to die soon.
And you understand.
Yeah.
So that is not something that I would do as a person. I feel like it's important for females to date normal guys and understand that these are people that just finished school just like you, and they are still learning and achieving something to get to where that guy is.
Yeah.
So as a woman, it's either you're going to be part of that process in building this man and uplifting him to become something great, or you just want to come and feed off him. So I'm someone that gets into someone's life to build them and help establish what I want in a man, but also to see them grow as a person. Because even if you date that millionaire, tomorrow he might just go bankrupt. What are you going to do? Divorce him and you already have kids?
Yeah.
Because if he's a broke nigga, like, he's broke now, but you don't know when he's going to have money.
He might wake up a millionaire
You
tomorrow.
understand? And that,
I mean,
that
we're out here
rich
trying to
nigga,
play the lottery, guys.
You understand?
Give us the benefit of the doubt. Maybe ngabambi jackpot is 17 million.
2 million, 17, 15. Tomorrow all the hands are on you. Sasa uthola ukuthi awusena next, so what, I blew it. You understand? Things like that happen.
Yeah.
So I honestly just feel like it goes with the person, man. And even if you're gonna date, I'm not saying ladies should date broke niggas. Listen, guys, ladies should date a guy where they see potential. Because there are some broke, there are some broke niggas who have potential. He's broke because he hasn't really figured out what he can do. But once he starts doing it, you can see growth. There's growth, there's development. You understand? Yeah. So be a woman who supports that. If you can, invest in it. If you want, if you don't want, just be a team with that person. So
you don't agree with what Cardi B said?
No.
All right.
But I feel like a man should always take care of a woman, guys. Try your best, even if he's broke. Like, even buy a PS chocolate, man. Come on. Buy something.
Yeah, I understand that. That's true. Yeah. All right. In closing, we're done now.
Yes.
My girl and I had this conversation the other day, right?
Okay.
So we were speaking of a rich man dating a slave queen. Yes. And now this guy gives the slave queen and a girlfriend allowance of 30K a month. Okay. Right? And she doesn't even have to spend that money, right? It's just like, that's your money. Because now he's buying everything else in the house. He's paying for her cars, he's paying for her makeup, clothes, and all of that. And then when they break up, this girl is broke. What's your thought on that?
I feel like just doing it at the beginning is honestly a waste of time, because when you're a young girl, it's okay if you're doing it. If you're in that situation, you'd rather date this guy, but also take that money that he's giving you and invest it in something that's gonna give you money or give you something solid, a source of income, or you can build a business, or you can do something instead of you just buying Gucci bags and trying to slave for the world, man. Because when it ends, you literally go back to your reality. Because I feel like all that is just a facade. It's like a fairy tale world. Yeah. And it's going to end regardless, because it's wrong. Nothing wrong ever ends good. It's a wrong, and a wrong, it will equal to bad. So I would urge girls not to do that. If girls can, I would urge girls to, yes, look attractive. Yes, be a baddie. Wear whatever you're dressing up. But do that with a sense of confidence within yourself. I'm confident because I own this. I bought this. I did this for myself. Don't be too happy when you're relying on someone that you don't even know what he does to get this money, to give you that money. You get that money, but what are you doing? Don't be caught up in a lifestyle of trying to be like influencers, trying to fit into... FOMO. You know what I mean? Because I feel like most girls' problem these days is they are trying to fit in to the society. Yeah. They want guys to look at them and say, but she's an attractive girl. But if you're chasing that, you're bound to fail as a woman. rapidly.
Because you know how we concluded that?
Yeah.
We were like, it doesn't make sense that you were getting an allowance of 30,000 a month for 2 years living with this guy, and then when you guys break up, you broke. I mean, what happened to the 30K?
Why didn't you invest?
Do you know what I mean?
Because
I mean, that's like you giving. Do you get my point?
Given a free,
bonus. Imali, like you could have at least saved it up when you've accumulated a certain amount, bought an establishment, started a club.
You could have done something.
Lots and lots of these things.
You know, that's the problem. Instead of her putting that 10 grand into a savings account, she's looking at a friend telling her, yo, my nigga gave me 50 grand. But at the levels, you start chilling with the girls, they'll tell you that 30 grand will be nothing. So the girls will make you feel like what you get is nothing.
Have you spent that much?
Of course
in one night?
No, not in one night. No. Mina, guys, I'm a very like okay, I'm very crazy with money. I'm a spender, but what I spend on is ridiculous food. But honestly, I'm someone who I eat. Yo, guys, no. I even have to watch myself and steady not eat sometimes because I'm someone who gets chubby quickly. Then I have to lose it, and then it just comes back. When you bring a Mickey Monarch posting bums, it's not gonna be attractive. I won't feel attractive. I won't feel comfortable.
But some people like it, baby W.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I emphasize because I feel like I have to be comfortable so that I can do what I'm doing with ease. Because if someone else likes it but I'm not comfortable, I'll live in that sadness for the rest of my life. But I'm someone who uses money wisely. At the same time, I literally invest in my brand. Like, I'm living proof. I've been investing in Mickey Monarch as a brand, as a lifestyle, as what it is, you know. I would rather, instead of me going to spend 20 grand on, I want to buy this week, I want to go there to a club and just show everyone and flex. No, my biggest flex is, I'm going to invest in a studio. I'm going to have this. I'm going to be able to own my masters. I'm going to be able to shoot a music video. That's what I'm busy conceptualizing in the background. How am I going to invest in, I want to open a business. That's me. So I don't just take money and, guys, I don't get it. I don't even get what goes on there.
So honestly, you don't go to Mchivo?
Honestly, no.
Unless you're performing?
Unless I'm performing.
What's the most expensive item you own?
I don't know, man. I own a lot of things.
So many, yeah?
So many. I don't know. I'm at a point where I don't like. Honestly, I'm someone who's not materialistic. I feel like God could give me 20 billion right now, and I would do things to help other people and, just to do stuff that's good for other people. That's me. And then I'll come last, like, okay, but what do I want? I literally just want a burger. Because I feel like as an artist, when you start getting into the space, you want to now, like, people want to prove a point. I live an expensive life. I'm eating way. Who cares, man? Like, just be a normal human.
And that time you're selling us a lie.
It's a lie. That's the thing. Most of these people are posting lies to people. Look at me, guys. No, man. I'd rather be honest. It's either, like, most of my personal life, honestly, on my social media, I don't post it. Why? Because I'm selling Mickey Monarch. That is a brand.
Yeah. And then usindile.
Then sometimes I share it a bit with people, but not really. Because I don't want to invade my personal life and start being my business like that. Because I feel like as artists, people complain, people are in my business, but you seek for that.
But you're the one that,
you give people permission to control and do what they do to you. You give people power to abuse you or bully you as a person. Yeah. You know?
All right. In closing, the name of the show is the Chillout with Lectrow. Can you drop us a young pa using the name Chillout?
Chillout.
Young pa nyana, like chill out.
Is this like an outro or?
It's an outro, yeah.
Yo, what's up, guys? I'll be out here with my boy Lectrow. It's feeling electric. We sitting out and we doing the most. It's a chill out, and the vibes is real. I don't even know what to say, man. But the vibes have been real.
Nah, that is nice for sure. Man, thank you so much for making the time to come chill out here with me. I had fun. I enjoyed this. I think you're one of the few female personalities that need to be embraced. You need to go take your place in this industry. I see you going further. You're gonna grow. I'd like to see you feature international artists. You know what I mean? I hope your dream of working with Nicki Minaj comes true.
I feel like
because you will plug me an interview.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'll be like, yo, man. You know the show where we spoke about you, Nicki? Was it that guy Lectrow and we're chilling? We spoke about you, man. You know what I mean? But I feel like, man, thank you so much for having me. You are an amazing person. again. I know it was long overdue, but this was fun.
Worth it.
It was so worth it. High five, high
sure.
chin. Thank you so much, guys, for having
me. If anyone wants to link up with you on the socials.
Oh, guys, okay, check me out. Instagram is at Mickey Monarch, no underscores, and just lowercase letters. Twitter, it's at Mickey Monarch. Hashtag Big Bad, because that's what's coming. The Big Bad Wolf is like about to fuck you up, heavy side the language. Like, I am coming, guys, and it's gonna be amazing. Also, just check me out on Google. You know what I'm saying? The same way you look for Beyonce is the same way you find me. So Google my ass, period. Mickey Monarch.
Danko. And there you have it, ladies and gents. Episode number 4 of the Chill Out with Lectrow. We're hanging out with Mickey Monarch. Remember to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell someone that they know that I'm out here trying to rap. But this is the Chill Out. Subscribe, like, comment. Danko.
Peace.
Thank you.